Alright, welcome to Petunia. Our creature, it's called, I think. And it is here that we engulf in the darkness. When the world tree disappeared, the world was engulfed in darkness. All life was extinguished. Now, as the caretaker of the new world tree must guide the sapling, your journey awaits. Collect resources, defeat enemies, and safely reach the nursery. And here we are now with those cute little creatures. They want warm light. And they also want to eat. So for this, we have a bunch of apples lying around, so in our starting world, right? So we are basically on the back of a huge creature, and everything in the surrounding area here we can harvest. So we can start, for example, by harvesting, well, those apple trees here that we have, those apples that we have, and those trees over here to stock up on some food. We're going to need to start also a storage zone, our very own one. For this, I would probably like to use a smaller area here available to us that we can then use for a stockpile zone rather in the center, so we have some production buildings in the surrounding area. And we should also start with the mining. So let's just have a look where we have a decent entrance. Here, for example, we can start with building a ladder down. There you go. And close to the ladder, we're going to harvest then these tree roots that we find. This is very important because the tree roots will give us wood, and this is what we need. We can also do the same thing on the other side, so I'm probably going to start over here. And we're also going to take these tree roots here. This is the very first, most important resource that we have. And they're going to do all of this. A bit like oxygen is not included. And in this case here, we have in the center our core of the world tree. So if this one goes down, then we lose. So we need to protect this at all costs. However, we cannot stay here for long, right? We have destinations, so we need to move to certain other locations to, for example, get iron. Otherwise we cannot get iron, for example. In this case here, every time we move we are getting attacked, so we'll need to make sure that we prepare for this. Of course, we're also consuming food, so we also need to take care of this. This is also one of the reasons why we cannot stay in one location too long, because there's not endless amount of food. Alright, so we're starting with that, and very important to also build a ladder, otherwise those creatures will not get back up again. Also, every time we harvest something, we get a tech point. And with that tech point, we can then use it once we have reached 100 tech points. We get a tech point that we can then invest into our tech tree. Over here, we are actually lucky and we're finding a source of rocks that are, well, giving me 40 rocks if I harvest this. It's just great that on time we have a technology point, so I can use this now to invest into a hand driller. And with this one here, in fact, we don't need to dig up the rocks ourselves, and we can rather just go in and build us a hand driller right in this location here. There's this tiny space. Very good. And we can place it here to finally get these rocks out of it. Also, having enough wood in stock now, we can also start with the first rooms that I would like to build with a wide wooden house. Let's just go big right away. Why bother with the small ones? And for this, we can build us a big house right here with 26 wood. And then I would also like to build me another one right over there. It's important to know that we can stack these buildings, but you need to have reinforcements for the lower grounds. You cannot just endlessly stack them up. So if I want to build higher, I need to also build broader, right? So I'm actually going to combine these houses then here together around my walled core. Very good. We're waiting for that stone driller too. Something is glittering over there. It's tempting. Let's actually go down to this area and see what we have. Our first artifact and electronic hardware remain. Very good. I have no idea what we can do with this. There it is, an artifact left behind by humans of the past. You'll be able to get a glimpse into their memories if you take it to the world tree's core. And with that, we can absorb the energy of this to get 100 technology points out right away. Let's do this. And with that, we can unlock actually the next tech right away. I would love to get the rocket launcher to build me rockets and fire them at the enemy. However, for this, we need first black powder or gunpowder that we have over here. For this we need neither. We don't have this at all. So let's go over here to the other side and unlock us the coal generator for electricity. Very good. At the same time, we've also finished the first house and my storage area is now under a roof. Of course, we want to go to the upper side too. So let's actually also build us a ladder so that we can enter this zone then. A little later, the hand drill has been finished. Very important, because with that we can now just harvest a stone out of this instead of mining it. This is way faster. Looks like she's casting a spell. Also, our second house has been finished, and in here I would like to build me now a stone pot. This is where we can start with the cooking and also a basic work table for crafting. After building that, we should also assign some production to that. Ballista bolts, keep in stock until we have 100. And let's also start with the cooking. We cannot just eat apples all day long. We're making an everything soup consisting of everything that we get our hands on, including apple, corn, tomato, and lettuce. And also keep in stock until we have at least 10. I also just love how it looks when they're creating missiles and bolts and also cooking. There you go. Got some more ammunition. We still don't have the weapons for this though, so we should also work on that. Another ladder has been finished to the upper floor. Let's go in and also start building me a ballista that we can have then to attack enemies. And the game suggests that we build 3. Well, let's play it safe and build 4. At this point we're pretty much done with the area. I think there's also not that much important stone anymore or rocks coming out, and we are also not having that much food anymore. So we're going to harvest the last trees here, take everything we get, finishing our offensive weapons here, and then we probably will move. Yeah, problem is also a dark storm is approaching now. The dark storm will arrive in less than 1 day. If caught in the storm, you will continuously take damage. Start preparing the departure now. Let's just see. Yeah, let's go ahead and a departure for the next area. And in this case here, there is some iron source over there. Not that much else. Here we would have more food, but no iron. Difficult decision here, really. The next in line would have no food anymore at all. So we might want to play it safe and actually go for the apples right now, the food. And then we go for the iron, because there will not be any sources of food after this. Let's select this as our destination. And missing golem, one more is missing. We have 25 apples in stock. That should be fine. And let's depart. That's not a turtle. It's something in between. And in this case, we're now on the move. We have 9,000 kilometers. Holy cow, that's a lot. And monsters are approaching. Where are they coming from? Yeah, they're coming from. And after a while, my ballistas start shooting. 4 of them should be enough for these. There you go. No problem. Oh, there's more. So I take it there is more enemies until we have reached our destination. And we're also getting tech points every time we kill them. Very good. I also love that we continue with our normal city in the meantime. We should though keep the wood if we want to repair buildings and weapons. And she's also restocking the ammunition. Next attack coming in, 3,000 kilometers we need to still travel. And we're at the end of day 5. Now come on, you can do this. Very nice. I think there will be no more waves. There's a monster approach coming, but it's so far away that I think we can reach the destination first. Okay, 500 meters. There it is. We have reached our target. Digging in again, and yeah, we're finding ourselves on a new map. Very important, we have killed some monsters. With that you get some souls, and we can input up to 3 souls here per type to spawn us a new minion. And yeah, there we have it, a new golem we have, and with that we have 4 of them now. I was promised a lot of food on this map. There is some apple trees already. We're going to keep the small saplings. There's also some tomatoes here. And more tomatoes. And let's also have a look at the ground. Crystallized soil we have. There's more tree roots. Let's actually start building a ladder. Probably somewhere down here. And also somewhere down here. As my tech point, we could go right into metal processing. This gives me a blast furnace that we can use with coal to produce iron. And we're going to need iron for a lot of other attacks. So let's go ahead with this. Immediately afterwards, we should be able to build us that blast furnace. Yeah, probably right in here. It needs to be built within a building. You cannot place it outside or anything like that. Since we have 4 golems now, I should probably also set priorities for these guys here, so we can also see what their strengths are, right? So this golem here, for example, can do some good cooking, so she should be doing this. She's also very good with production, so that's going to be her 2 major targets here right now. Another one can do very good constructions and repairing. Another one can do the mining here that we want to have. This one here, the yellow one, could do a nice farming. We don't have that much yet though, so she's going to be harvesting and mining for the moment. Okay, there's also my blast furnace now coming along. There you go. And in here we can now also set a new production line that is then the iron up to 10 per stock. However, it requires coal. We don't have that yet. Luckily, a lump of coal just appeared down here. So let's start also harvesting this one here. And then we go deeper. Over here, we also have more rocks again. Since we're running rather low on stone, I might consider this. However, we have a crystallized soil in here. This has been heavily affected by darkness. It is extremely hard and takes a very long time to mine. Okay, take you up to that. Alright, it takes a long time, but it's manageable. Very good. After clearing this area here, we can once again build an hand drill right on top of it to get us a lot of stone in. It is also here that we finally finished our first iron ingot that we can now use for more advanced tech. Sometimes you're lucky finding so much coal. Amazing. With that we can keep the furnace alive for quite some time. And a bit of iron here and there, but it's pretty rare. Unfortunately, we are once again interrupted by a dark storm that is going to arrive in 1 day. So we should really close things here because the dark storm will then continuously damage all my buildings until they're destroyed. So in this case, we definitely will need to move. Let's take the last resources with us. For the next zone, we only have those 2 options here. Both of them have the same amount of resources, but different kind of souls. This one here seems to be having human souls. And this one has butterflies, so either way, we need to go for this. Approximately 5 days time we only have here though, and approximately 7 days of time until the storm arrives we have here. So let's go for this area. Perhaps we can also then harvest some humans over there. I have no idea. Speed up things up, everybody goes in, and let's depart. Yeah, the town is growing at this point. And the next animal attack or monster attack or whatever it is. It's quite a lot of them this time. But we also have more ballistas. There's also some new type of monsters this time around. They sustain more damage. And can shoot from afar. Now, they also can miss though. That's great. This one takes a lot of hits though. 900 meters left. And there it is. Our destination. Very good. And here at least we can also now go in and spawn new golems. And actually quite a few of them. Another one comes out of it. Let's have a look around. Once again, we want to dig down immediately somewhere close by. Oh, what is that? Stone. And here. And then also get us lots of wood again. Down here somewhere. This whole area. Attack-wise, since we have the iron going now, it might also be safe to go for the modern weapons. This one costs me the iron, then the rocket launcher. And at the same time, over here we have the gunpowder mixture. So let's go for this one here as my next attack. Another very important thing is, I guess, the furnace. This one here allows me to cook meals better than the stone pot. We have more food available now. So this one here mixes together every ingredient. Well, here we have specialized ingredients now for all the different types of food. So I think this will last us a bit longer. Alright. Unfortunately, we're running out of space kind of like. I think the kitchen we can still get in. The furnace that we have. Oh, 20 stone is a lot. Yeah, to find us the right space, we need to create more space up here and another building so we can kind of like merge them together and extend the floor. This, however, increases then also the bearing on these lower pillars here. So we can see the bearing strength is at 86 out of 240. So yeah, it's okay. We probably can still get another building up there if we spread it out a bit further. We'll probably also need to build us some steel pillars then here down the road to reinforce them. Steel pillars, however, they require then the iron. We have 3 iron available. That will not do that much good. Anyway, so for now we can get the furnace going, and this one here allows me then to cook more food. And yeah, let's just keep it in the storage area, right? So we have the cook then here and the storage area then just here, so it's a very short distance. We cannot move past this area here. Let's also add the recipes here, so 3 at least for all of this, so my cook will be quite busy. And we're also going to put the cooking pot here that we have and demolish it now. We don't need this one any longer. Some new artifacts as well, another electronic hardware. For this I would probably like to dismantle it. An advanced piece of equipment that converts energy into various forms. A variety of technology was applied to achieve efficient energy management and conversion accuracy. Important at this point is that we need to get more steady coal in, so I think this tag here is pretty nice because this unlocks me to use coal in a basic work table out of wood. With that we can finally also make coal up to we have 10 in stock. A bit more iron ore here, though I'm a bit disappointed with this map so far. It actually said that there would be more iron ore. I haven't found that much more yet. Oh no, by building another building here, we're actually losing now some strength here because of the durability. So what we should be doing is now reinforcing this with the stone pillar. This has more bearing strength and we can basically replace this pillar here with that. Let's also do it here already. Reinforce those structures. Soon after, we're one step closer to finally getting our rockets, black gunpowder, niter, and coal in our latest gunpowder table. And let's just see, keep it stocked until we have, let's make 4, let's make it small because we will need to consume it a lot as well. And I don't want to have it clogging up too much here since it also requires lots of resources. Remains question, where do we get more niter? We have 3 niter in stock right now. There is a bit more niter down here, so let's just try and dig it down. However, this is a crystallized soil, so this will be quite difficult to dig through. With the gunpowder fighting in place, we can now go into modern weapons, rocket launchers, sensor, and rockets. And produce the sensors here. They only require iron, and we're going to make it stocked up. We have 2 of them in stock, and then we have everything ready now for the rockets. These are actually produced 10 times, so let's just make it 2 times. Stopped wristwatch. An artifact left behind by humans of the past. You'll be able to get a glimpse into the memories if you take it to the World Tree's core. And we can actually dismantle it to get a tiny flywheel that rotates at extremely high speeds. And we could also absorb it to get more tack points. Let's go with the micro flywheel, since tack points is something I don't need right now. We are unfortunately out of wood on this map now, and I just continue now digging my way until the storm arrives to find us more precious materials. There we have some more iron, for example, which of course doesn't happen or doesn't take that long. There it is, the next storm. We have 1 more day, and then we need to actually set our next destination again. There's nothing down here anymore, it seems. The next target has lots of iron, coal, and stone in its eye, and I want to go for it. Only to find out that this time we can only go with one direction now, and then it merges again. So this is a one-way path only, so we go for the food and wood, which is also not that bad, since food we can stockpile, and wood we're actually out of. Only takes a couple of times now. Pack your belongings, and then we can move out. Next wave of enemies is already upon us. It's quite a lot in numbers. In the middle of all of this, we can actually create our next golem. Let's do this now. This time it's 2 of them and they're doing a lot of damage. We have a wooden barrier here that protects my ballistas, at least for now. That was the idea of it. Sometimes though, it gets beyond that. Oh, it's also hitting my pillars. This is probably not ideal. And the wooden pillar has been destroyed. Luckily, this one here is strong enough to take all of this. Going to quickly replace it with stone pillars. The thing is, we don't have any wood anymore. Oh, there are good shooters here. We're getting more damage this time. It's 2 of them, and I think after this we're done for. Yeah, the stone pillar is taking damage now. Very good. And 400 meters that we have arrived, so this should have been it. Perfect. I can actually create the next golem right away with a beast soul. With that, we have now 7 golems. One thing is certain, we're not going to run out of coal on this map for a long time. With so much stone that we have now in stock, we can actually make a large stone arrowhead, and together with wood, the ballista bolt, we can make a stone ballista bolt, which just has more damage overall. So let's go ahead and unlock us this tech. It's actually a pretty good thing that we didn't dismantle all the artifacts. We have an energy conversion module, and with that we can actually go in and make us a reinforced ballista that takes wood and energy conversion module. It is much faster and also does more damage. Let's unlock us this tech too. Which brings me to this deck here. With that we can finally make stone walls, stone towers and stone houses. With so much stone on the map, we just owe it to ourselves to make a beautiful big tower in the center of it all. There it is. We need to reinforce the pillars even further. And with that we can finally use the reinforced ballista all the way up here. Sometimes you can be lucky and find another artifact, a tiny flywheel. Once again, I would like to go with this one now instead of the technology, because with that we can just get better weapons overall. And also we found ourselves a huge source of iron ore over there. Yummy! For a map that said it had no iron ore, we have surprising a lot of these sources here available. So there is another one, another huge vein of iron ore. And as always, a new storm is approaching, so we need to make ourselves the next path. There it is. It's the only path that we can go for. The threat level increases with this one here. We can stay then only 7 days, so we don't have that much time. There's lots of coal, stone and iron on this map here, so that's my destination. Gonna be interesting how that reinforced ballista works. We still are 10 close short of the iron, right, before we can do anything. Why is someone starving? Oh, look at that. Something collapsed here. A ladder? There you go. This guy seems to be stuck here. There's though no reason why you should be stuck. Very nice. And with that, this new monster here takes flight. What a city at this point. Some new type of creature approaches. I have no idea what this is. Oh, look at that. That was very precise. That's the reinforced ballista. And my golems are really busy reloading all these weapons. Next are... Oh wow, that is doing a lot of damage. And with that, we have survived it once more. This is a really pretty game. I like it a lot. I hope you enjoyed this one. Ark of Charon. Stay tuned.